Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Lady Flo. Welcome to the podcast Through Thick and Fit, formerly known as Beginners Bodybuilding Competition. So, in this podcast or this series that we're doing, I really want to get you ready for the year of 2025. And it's been in my heart for some time now to think about why is it that every year we do over and over these resolutions, especially when it comes to our fitness goal or fat loss goal or wellness goal, and why every year, for some reason, we do not achieve them. And it's been like I've been thinking about that heavily in my heart. And I know that for a fact because I remember I was the person that used to say that every year. Next year I'm gonna reach my dream body. I'm gonna lose X amount of pounds. I used to be that girl. And I would start doing some actions, and then life would happen and I would get distracted. And I would arrive by November and realize that all the things I said I wanted to achieve, it didn't happen. And sometimes, to be honest, I put on the work. I went to the gym, I was consistent, but it still was not what I want. It still was not what I had envisioned it to be. So today, what I want to talk to you about is to, I'm not going to do what usually people do. I'm going to challenge you to go deeper. And those are some of the stuff that really helped me, because this is a powerful quote that I heard today when I went to church. And you don't have to be a Christian or a believer, but it really resonated with me, and I want to share with you that many want the fruit, but they do not want the tree. Many want the fruit, but they want the fruit without the tree. And it got me thinking, when we say the fruit is the results, right? We recognize a tree by the results, but you want the result, but you don't want the tree. And the tree is the process, right? You have to plant the seed, you have to let it grow, you have to process. And depending where you are in your journey, everybody's going to be different in terms of how long or what you need to water, what you need to heal for the tree to grow, for you to see the fruit. And one of them is the root cause, is that your belief. And really, if you don't address the belief, whatever you do, subconsciously, you're going to self-sabotage yourself. And your belief, it's probably the main reason that it's holding you back from achieving your dream body, your fitness, achieving your fitness goals, or your wellness goals, whatever it is. For instance, for me, I remember, and sometimes you're just going to have to lock yourself in a room, have your diary or journal or piece of paper, or just sit with yourself, be in a quiet place, meditate, and go inside and ask yourself, I say that I want this, but do I truly want this? Or what is preventing me to achieving this? Or what is my belief about once I arrive at that weight, once I lose this? Personally, for myself, because I've always been that girl that's sort of been like a heavy or strong or big bone, and so to me, I always told myself that I'm a big girl. That was my identity. I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl. I'm strong. I'm a big girl. And that identity, to be honest, was comfortable for me. And being a difference, and it's still a struggle for me. It's like, I don't know, it was unknown to me, and it was scary. Sometimes we are more comfortable being the way that we are, and the reason why we stay there is because we receive some kind of comfort, or validation or whatnot. And going out of your comfort zone can be sometimes this unknown and can be scary. And for me, that's what it was, because I've been in that body for all my life. And the other one, being the more healthy, more fit version of myself, was an unknown territory. And that was scary AF for me. And when I went through that and I felt the emotion, and I didn't judge, I observed the emotion I had, and I said, okay, well, this is what it is. This is okay. And I just accepted it. And because I recognized that emotion in me and that uncertainty, I realized that that was behind a lot of my self-sabotaging habits that I had developed of, like, doing really well. And then for some reason, because I have that unconscious belief or unconscious being uncomfortable, I would revert back to my result. And there was always that like yo-yo thing that I was dealing with. So what I'm inviting you, what I'm offering you today is to sit with yourself and really question your belief. Like, what are you attaching your identity to? Who are you? Those are the questions you have to ask yourself. Because at first I thought that I was a person that, I had discipline in other areas of my life, in my school, in my career, but I didn't think that I was a disciplined enough for me to do a bodybuilding competition. However, I know that that was a seed, something I had in my heart for a long time. And it never went away. And that's when you know that it's not something for validation, it's not for somebody else. Like, for some reason, if that dream of you, the dream you have, and no matter how just try to stuff it away, put it away, but it keeps coming back, and that little voice, you hear that little voice telling you, hey, what about this? You could do it. And it never left me, no matter how many years. And for me, it was something that was planted in me probably since I was like 13 years old or something. So sometimes it's disguised as admiration or even envy or jealousy when you see other people have a certain physique, and it come and triggers you because it might be something, a desire that you have inside of you. So when you know that flame or that desire is still in you, and it's because it doesn't come from you. It's a dream that's been planted, a seed been planted. And sometimes you just have to let the tree grow. And how does the tree grow? Well, you have to first of all plant it in good soil. You have to make sure that it receives sunshine. The sunshine is, you have to do the work. And that's what I'm saying, like the internal work. It's so much important. I would say even more important than doing the physical training. Train your mind. Train your mind. Get in touch with who you are. Get in touch. For me, it's God or whatever, right? Whatever is directed to you. But no, it has to be bigger than you. It has to be something higher than you. So get that light. Get that sunshine. Feed yourself the right light. Forget that negativity, right? Make sure that you have a positive mindset and that's your belief. And I'm gonna take, like, sometimes there's nuances in these stuff. There's like, I've been studying or reading and listening about like faith and belief. And depending on the definition you say, like, faith is sort of like the belief of things unseen, and belief is like once you've seen, you sort of like believe it now. But like the question is, how do you get from there to there? Like, if you've never seen it, then you're gonna have to have faith. And faith comes from something higher than you. For me, it's like God deposit a dream in you, deposit a word in you, and you have to have that faith that it's gonna come true. And then once you get a glimpse or you see it somehow, it's like before the full manifestation, and or you see from someone else, then you start to believe that, let's say, if this happened for someone, then it could happen for me. If their person did it, I can do it too. And that's where you believe, you start to feel that belief. So very important to have that faith, and that faith is that promise, that word, the dream that was deposited in your heart, and then you're gonna have that belief. And how do you get that belief, right? And I did a few like years back. Like sometimes I watch back, and I probably put the link in the comments for you to see that video. But I'll repeat it here because you probably like didn't know, but like not that many people watch it. But I was saying that how to get motivating inspiration to reach your goals, to reach your dreams. And I was explaining that there's a difference between motivation and inspiration, and that inspiration feeds from the higher self or God, whereas motivation is more like lower than inspiration. And motivation comes and go depending on the weather, right? It's ways either way. Whereas inspiration is from your higher self, it's from God. And how to get that. And I was saying that sometimes you don't have anything tangible for you to believe, right? We talked about belief to see it. And there was three ways that I was identifying how you can have that motivation or have that inspiration. And one of the first one I was saying is that you have to take an example from your life where everyone has area in their life where they're excelling and doing very well. So you have to borrow that motivation, that inspiration from, say, that you know that you're a super good cook, that, or you're super good at work and you excel at work, or you're super good student. So you have achieved a lot of things, you overcome a lot of things. So you borrow that, like, I know that I was like, you know what? I was disciplined. I overcame like whatever came in my, whatever challenges, I was able to handle it. So you know that if I can do this in that area of my life, then I know that I could also do this when it comes to my motivation for achieving my fitness goals, right? Whatever they are. So you borrow from your own experience. And I was saying that that is probably one of the strongest way for you to get motivation. Now, the next way for you to have some motivation or inspiration to reach your goal, I believe that is as, it's another, maybe not as strong as having your personal experience, but I was saying to, I'm forgetting it here, but I was saying to, the other one was to borrow it from someone else that you know who are similar or has similar background, or somebody that for some reason you can relate to, and you know that they have achieved it. It could be, it could be anyone. It could be anyone, seriously. It could be an athlete. It could be, somebody at the gym, or somebody, a story you've seen, and you go and you get inspired from them, and know that because they did it and they're similar to you, or there's something about them that you can relate to, know that you can also achieve it, right? So that's another way. And I'm forgetting the third one. I'm so sorry. But I was also saying that that another way that I need to do is that I like to listen to high performer athletes or elite athletes. And I'm not just confined to bodybuilders. I mean, everything. And I go and listen to their voices. I read what people say about them, but I also biographies like from their own words. So and then you just get sort of like um, fed, basically feeding, and that's another way to motivate you from other people that have achieved great things in their life. It doesn't have to be exactly, but you can also get your inspiration and motivation to get going. So I'm forgetting the other one. I am sorry. Borrow. I said borrow. I said your own, and then I'm forgetting the other one. So sorry. So those are the ways for you to really hone in into not only your belief and but also your motivation and inspiration, which are very important. That those things are going to carry you through as you go through your goals for 2025. And I also wanted to talk to you about to keep a long-term vision. Most of everyone are gonna talk to you about like, um, oh yeah, it's gonna happen like in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Like I want you to forget all about that, and I want you to think about long term. And one thing that I like to me, I do personally is to treat my fitness goal as if it's a business. So right now, you're probably doing in your organization if you work or if you're your own entrepreneurial, you're probably going through your business plan or planning for the year 2025. And you're looking at, what's our strategic goal? What are we trying to achieve? And you're also looking at what's our mission? What's our vision for not only this year, but the next 3 to 5 years. And that's the same way that I want you to treat your fitness goal. Like in the next 5 years, where would you like to be? Like what what is your fitness goal the next 5 years? And also I want you to think about like what are the things or challenges or it could be like a marathon, it could be like a 5K race, it could be there's a lot of things that you can do. Like it could be CrossFit, I don't care. It could be playing soccer, playing a sport. Like I want you to really go and see that vision of yourself and what that looks like, not only for next year in 2025, but I want you to think about in terms of 5 years from now. What are you doing now that you have achieved your fitness goals? What are the things that you are enjoying? What are the challenges that you're doing? Having fun, whatever it's that travel, whatever it's going to the beach, whatever it's taking that photo shoot. What is your plan? And how do you plan on achieving that? Do you have a program that you follow? Do you have a coach that's walking you through like what are the phases? Like you have to think about it. Like, am I gonna have like a cut phase? Am I gonna have like when I need to build phase, a maintenance phase? Think about like be strategic. If you're like a bodybuilder athlete or you're trying to compete, like look at okay, what are the different type of competition happening this year? Which one am I want like to participate in? Okay, this one, how many months this is? How many preparation I need? Where do I need to be? Think about that. If I achieve that goal, am I going to go to a national competition? Right? So I want you to be strategic and like I can really go into the details. Like even like selecting a show. Okay, which bodybuilding show am I going to do? Which region? What type of coach am I gonna get? What is that show known for? Is it a show that's really good for the athlete? Is it really good for the exposure? Who are the judges that are going to be there? Am I just doing a show to do a show? Or am I doing a show to be seen in front of specific judges to get feedback so I can build? Or am I doing a show just to qualify to the next round? Or am I just like, it's a bucket list, right? So all of these factors are going to affect which show you're trying to do. And I want you to be strategic about it. Just don't pick a show to do it. Pick a show. Be strategic. Be intentional. Yeah, that's the word. Be intentional about the things that you're doing. And most importantly, have faith, have belief in yourself, and challenge those limiting beliefs that you have about, oh, I can't do this. I've never done this. It's okay. Like, you know, it's going to get uncomfortable. So I really want you to be uncomfortable in terms of challenging these limited beliefs that you have set upon yourself for you to reach goals, to reach dreams. And I'm going to end it with this quote that I was inspired when I heard of Hussein Bolt, who said, "Do not think limits, dream big." So if you do not think limits, dream big, what it is that. So go and go get it. Thank you for listening, and remember, learn to know yourself.